didn't take the shot.
She continues to be here. All due to you being a... The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian. A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous shelves filled to the brim with crime novels. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. Turns out that there are so many different cockatoos.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious. Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that...
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos and where to even begin. All cockatoos are known for their needy nature. Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and it is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures, not great for the performing. Yes, birdie. Perhaps the most, in the words of poet explorer, this is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo. Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? You're right. You're Psittacus venereus embodied.
Hello again, esteemed...
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it? What? Bitch! You fucking making excuses for yourself now? Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your... Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in, but you and Kuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time. And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now...
Kuno is a merciful king, kind to...
So? Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should...
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to... After this shit, you better have something
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
The trash containers, the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong. The woman is still hunched over the railing.
Huh? What is it? Of course not.
A boyadero, boya for short.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love. Of course not.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the magret. Then you have to understand. A true boyadero.
what if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Let me handle this. Officer Discotheque? Still wondering if we listen to disco?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No.
Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, you caught her off guard. Push her some more.
No. Talk to Titus. What you want is of no significance, officer.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it. She looks as if pondering whether to answer on.
Another dance music. You wouldn't get it. No, not disco. Disco is undead. Look, we are not discussing your taste in music anymore, officer. Do you have questions for my clients or not? Let's. What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway, you junior delinquent. But you still did.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But I am being aggressive? Listen, you moral and unlucky. You are part of a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Get sober, do your job, ask your questions, and get the hell.
The door is closed.
Can I help you?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand he smiles and bangs his ladle. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes. You see a heavy steel door. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is the cobalt blue surface feels rough. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The door does not budge. The door stands silent, unmoved by your words. The man ponders his cooking. He looks up at you, then looks away. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Surely things can't be that bad.
You sense that she won't judge you, no matter what you say.
You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the whirling itself located? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Yes. And oh my, how would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is... I haven't seen very many other cities personally. Everyone says so. Revachol is... Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting...
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? No, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control under an alliance.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't really any cops in but we should stop for today, sweetie.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new. Something... It has something to do with...
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these?
Someone more educated in these things than me? Someone rich, maybe? Well, but thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget it.
Can I help you?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
This is where you say your bed. Oh, this is about...
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man, sitting on his right, standard working boots. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, and then standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little in the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44 on his neck. Forget it. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child in the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions.
The fuck is with you, fella? The pretty boy? You really love talking about
Evidence. Show them you have it. It doesn't have to be conclusive.
container belt like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor. We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making. What you can do right now is go back to your station and...
But they don't want you back at the station, do they? She probably knows you're not welcome there. Somehow she does.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you...
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samaran. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar. Asking for it.
Like what, Copper? Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line. He stepped out of line. The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too.
A live grenade. Right here.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNE's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all." Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's parrot.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking...
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No, You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance.
Not in the arresting mood?
Wise move. You made the right choice there. We hanged him up by his...
Didn't they take...
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
Yeah, that's right.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Like what, copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. You should go back.
Yes. Run home, Loneby, rent a cop. Real law officials are done with you. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. What are you talking about, madman? There's no... Or what? You want to be the agent?
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here.
It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it.
Sorry, boss.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
We hanged him.
Didn't they...
You're pretty sure you've...
Yeah, that's right.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable. Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire...
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.